Good afternoon and a very warm welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be going through absolutely everything that I'm going to be taking with me on my next camping trip, from clothing, pots, pans, tents, panniers, storage systems, you name it. You're going to hear about it in today's video. So hopefully this will give you some idea of what you might want to take in your next camping adventure. Okay guys, so I'm going to go through absolutely everything I've got here one by one. I'm then going to load up the bike, we'll go for a little bit of a ride, and I'll show you how I've strapped everything on. So the most kind of boring thing first, we'll go through clothing. So pants, socks over here. I've got a pair of shorts, smallest, thinnest belt I can find, pair of chinos in case it is wet. And then during the day, luckily I'm a runner, so I've got loads of these. I'm going to be taking lots of technical tops. Reason is they can fold down really, really small. They're not going to get all crunched up and look dreadful after 4 days of travelling, and they're made of that kind of moisture wicking material as well. So they're going to be absolutely perfect for keeping on the bike. Nice small pack size, nice lightweight, which is what it's all about. Also going to be taking a buff with me, perfect if it gets a little bit cold and wetter. I'm also going to be taking a cap with me, again, running cap. This folds up nice and small, absolutely perfect. In the upcoming videos, you're not going to see it the right way around, because let's be honest, I look like a schoolboy. So it is going to be backwards in every single video you see. So if that triggers you a little bit, I apologise in advance. Also going to be taking a pair of sunglasses, again, running. So all of this stuff I've already got, don't need to buy it, perfect. And then if it does get a little bit colder, I'm going to be taking this fleece, 10 quid I think, from Mountain Warehouse. They've always got a sale on, you can't really go wrong with that. Packs down really small as well. And then finally, if things do get a little bit chilly, I've got this coat with me, and you may think, wow, that looks big. However, this will fold down really small into this tiny little bag. The only reason it's not in there right now, oh, I set on my feet. The only reason it's not in there right now is because I actually need to wash this before I go. And then in terms of waterproofs, in case the weather does turn a little bit, I've got these Oxford Rain Seal overpants that I bought from the sports bike shop, and I've also got the over jacket as well. Now in terms of these, the pack size isn't particularly small, but they fit like a glove, they feel good quality, so I'm prepared to make a little bit of a compromise on that. So that is everything I'll be wearing. I almost forgot, sliders, perfect. Tiny, some people just wear motorcycle boots when they go around camp, but for me, these can slide nicely into each other. Again, take up a little bit more space, but honestly, I think that's a sacrifice worth making. After 3 or 4 days of being on the road, your feet are going to be hot and sweaty, and the thing you want to do really is get a lot of air to them, and those, you know, they're going to be absolutely perfect for that. So, in terms of food on the journey, breakfast is going to be Quaker oats, individually packed. You can shove them in panniers, top boxes, whatever you're taking, shove them between your clothes, wherever you want to put them. Nice and lightweight, easy to carry. For lunch, I'm probably going to be eating like sausage rolls, going out for a sandwich, bits and pieces like that. But I'm going to take a load of Nature Valley bars with me. Absolutely love these things. Fill a hole, taste really good. Nature Valley, if you're watching and you want to sponsor me, I eat loads of these anyway, so yeah, let me know. And then for evening meals, I am going to be cooking on camp, which brings me to this box here, which I haven't opened yet. So let's do that, because there's a few little bits and bobs in here that we're going to need for that. Okay, so got my gas canister here that I brought separately. This was just from Amazon. I think it was like £15 for 3 of these. This is a 230 gram size, and that is really important because I have brought a fire maple stove, and I believe off the top of my head this is compatible with 230s and 220 gram gas canisters as well. So let's have a very quick look at this. Comes in a nice little carry case so you don't scratch it, but realistically I may dispose of this. I'm not going to be too precious about it, but I'm sure I can find a better use for this. Put something else in there, but we'll see how we go with that. It's quite large in size, this. It isn't particularly small. There are smaller ones available, but the reason I went for this is it gives me a little bit more versatility. If I want to do like a one pot meal, so like a rice meal with a little bit of meat as well, I can chuck it all in here. The smaller kind of all-in-one stoves aren't really going to do that job for me. So this is going to be perfect. The gas can obviously goes on at the bottom. And the great thing about this is, and the reason I say you've got to get the 230, because it is compatible with more kind of gas sizes than that, is that this 230 will actually fit inside here. I won't talk too much about the fire maple just now. We'll talk about it a little bit more on the trip, but that should be really useful. That is going to sort me out for my porridge in the morning. That is going to sort me out for coffee. That is going to sort me out for the majority of my evening meals as well. So that should be pretty good. So in addition to the fire maple and the gas canister, I've also got 2 foldable cups. Again, Amazon special, about £7 for the pair. And that is actually a little bit smaller than that looked on the pictures on Amazon, but it's going to get a coffee in there, which is all I really want. You can wash it out, fold it up again, takes up no space, nice and lightweight, perfect in my opinion. And then I've also got, again, little Amazon special, spoon, knife, what's the other thing called? Fork, that'll be it. I've also got a spoon, knife and a fork, again, Amazon special. Reason I went for these, they all clip together. Yes, I could have gone for plastic, it would have saved away. Yes, maybe I could get away just with a spoon, but yeah, I'm not massively bothered in that regard. Also got my pan as well, so if I want to do a little bit of chicken, I've got 2 options. I've got the pot, I've got the pan. £7 for this, again Amazon special, so these 2 in combination should allow me to do absolutely everything I need to do. In terms of tech, obviously I'm filming my adventure, so charging is essential for me, and if you guys want to keep in touch with your loved ones, it's going to be essential for you guys as well. This is a 25,800 milliamp power bank, and the reason I chose this is because it's actually got 2 USB-C cables built into it, so you don't need to take quite as many wires with you. So perfect, nice and compact, weighs a little bit more than I thought it would do, but needs must, and it's really important for me to be able to film and document the journey with you guys. And the last piece of tech that is definitely not going to be coming in a pannier like this is the Aochi, I think is the way you pronounce it, Aochi BX SatNav. There's loads of stuff going on with this. There's going to be a future video on it. Aochi kindly sent this to me for the purposes of review, so I can't tell you if it's good or bad at the minute, but we will find out during the trip for sure. In terms of bike maintenance and self-maintenance, 2 little things. This is a little mini muck-off cleaning kit that I believe I got for Christmas a couple of years ago. You've got the spray there, almost gone now, but that'll do the trip, and a little microfiber cloth. So let's face it, on a long journey, your visor is going to get covered with bugs. So that is going to be perfect for me, just to get rid of those without scratching the visor. And then this is something that I've had on the back of the TTR, and then later on the Himalayan for a long while now, is a little Oxford toolkit. So I've got everything I need in there. Got spanners, adjustable spanners, bits in there, different socket sets, cable ties essential, Allen keys as well. Allen keys? I needed an Allen key when I fitted my pannier. Oh my god, if there's a 6mm in here, sorry folks. If you saw that video, you'll know why I'm so... can't see a number on it. Oh, you haven't, it's a 6mm. If you haven't seen my pannier rail installation video, go back and watch it, and you'll see why this is so important. I cannot believe it's been there the whole time. Oh, I'm so angry with myself. Anyway, so that is everything here. In terms of the tent, this was £80, Eurahike, Gaia 4 from Go Outdoors. This weighs just over 5 kilograms, and I know you're saying, just for me, a 4-man tent is overkill. You'd be absolutely right. It was a 3-man that they had that was exactly the same size as this. This has got a bigger porch. The reason I didn't go for a 2-man, which I usually would just for me, is because I'd love to go camp on Mrs. Himalayan at some point, and this is going to allow us to do that. I don't have the space, the finances, all the rest of it for 2 tents. So yes, it's overkill, but I'm going to be comfortable. It's going to get everything inside, no issue at all. In terms of storage, I'm taking the Ride Iron bag. Hopefully you guys have seen the review of that. This is already loaded with some other bits and pieces. And on the initial review video I didn't get a huge amount in there, but spent a little bit more time loading this, and yeah, got a few more bits and bobs in there. So again, I've got my sleeping pad, essential. I've since bought a microfiber towel as well. Folds down nice and small, so that's perfect as well. I've got, what is this? Sleeping bag liner. Sleeping bag liner, really, really important. Some people go without them. The reason I brought one is not for the extra warmth. It's really hot in the UK at the minute. I don't think I'm necessarily going to need it for that, but it just means that I'm not going to have to wash the sleeping bag quite as much. Again, in terms of this is quite big. And in terms of pack size, it's not really ideal, but I wanted a 2 or 3 season bag, and if I wanted one with a much smaller pack size, it was going to be like 100 quid. This was 30, so I'm again prepared to compromise on space. I'll just put everything I've taken out of it just up here so you can see exactly how much you can get in that ride iron bag. Really is quite impressive. And then finally, we've got, what have we got here? We've got our pillow as well. So in essence, everything that is going to be going in the tent is in this ride iron bag. And then last but by no means least, I haven't shown you before, follow through on what I said I'd do. I've gone for some Lomo panniers. Obviously I've got the pair, there's another one already attached to the bike. So these are fully waterproof, 30 litres per bag. So 30 litres in the ride iron, 30 litres in each of these, so a total of 90. Plus I've also got my my tank bag as well, which is 3 litres, so almost 100 litres, 4-day trip, 4-night trip should I say. Going to be more than enough for me. Very much similar to the ride iron bag. This is just going to be folding over to retain that water, to make sure it's waterproof really. With this one, once, twice, 3 times over, and this does feel like really good quality, guys. The only little thing that I'd say doesn't feel good quality, I'd say these straps, they do look a little bit flimsy. I'd like them to be made of slightly thicker plastic, but in terms of the construction of this bag, yeah, it does look really good. And I'll just show you on the back, guys. There's loads of webbing on there, so there are so many different options for you to be able to fit this to the bike. If you haven't got the same pannier racks as me, it's not going to matter. So, yeah, that in combination with the ride iron should be perfect. Right, I've made a mess, so let's clear this up. I'm going to pack everything away, chuck it on the bike. I won't show you that, it's a bit boring. Then I'll go for a ride, tell you any kind of differences in handling of the bike, and I'll show you how I've kind of strapped it all together. Sorry folks, I'm back. I thought I did too good a job of mentioning everything here without forgetting anything. I didn't. So, in this box, we've got a little camp chair. So, let's have a look. Again, in terms of this, not the smallest pack size, not necessarily essential, but if you're sitting out having a few beers at night, well, I want to be comfortable, so again, happy to make a compromise on this. It's not huge. Kilo at most, I reckon, but again, compromise I'm happy to make. Enough talking, let's get on the bike.
Okay folks, the last clip you saw was filmed the best part of a week ago. That was filmed on a Saturday. After I made that video, I went outside into the garage, tried to fit all the panniers, set them up, and I had a bit of a nightmare. The right-hand pannier, like I expected, was touching the exhaust. I just couldn't get it in the right position. So I spent a couple of hours doing that. I thought, you know, I'll come back to it. The next day, I fitted this, which we'll talk about in a future video. And then on the Monday, I came back to have another play around with the panniers, got it all sorted, was really happy. The Tuesday, went into the garage, bike didn't start. All I got was a flickering on the dash. I'll chuck in a clip of that now for you. So, went online, ordered a brand new battery. That came, attempted to fit that on the Wednesday evening, but I didn't film any of this by the way, but attempted to film that on the Wednesday evening, but the cover that holds the battery in place was so tight, I couldn't get it off for love nor money. I spent the best part of an hour trying to get that off. Again, it was a boiling hot day, as they all are at the moment, and I just couldn't get it to budge, so I gave up on that. Went at it again last night with a fresh mindset, took my time with it, and there was some wiring that I removed from it just to be able to free everything up a little bit. And really, you shouldn't have to do that. It was an absolute chore. I've owned loads of bikes over the years, and by far and away, this was the hardest battery to get at. And I'd probably say, believe it or not, But that's the hardest job I've ever done on a bike, changing the battery on this damn thing. It was an absolute nightmare. Right, road ahead closed. Can we get through here? So what I did when I put the battery back in again, that little guard, I bent it slightly, so there's a little hook on the end of it. If you've changed a Himalayan battery yourself, you'll know exactly what I mean. I bent it outwards a little bit, so it's not, it doesn't grip the little mount quite as hard, but it's plenty secure enough, and it's just going to make getting that on and off again in the future a damn sight easier, because it was an absolute nightmare. So today is Friday morning. It's the day before the trip. The time is, ooh, I can't see, it's so sunny. I'm not getting through here, am I? Damn it. Well, there were signs, but there were signs 2 days ago when I ran down here, and I could get down here. So anyway, so today's Friday morning. Ignore the trip and navigation, because I haven't changed that since I reset the battery. The time on here is correct. It is now 6:28 in the morning, and I'm coming out to film this video for you lovely guys and girls. So if you enjoy the video, appreciate the effort, please give it a like, rate, and give it a share if you found it useful. That would be very much appreciated. So going to do a quick ride, just to kind of test what the bike feels like with all the gear on, and then I'll kind of stop and show you how I've mounted it all in the end. So first impressions, obviously bike feels a bit heavier. Go figure. It should do, shouldn't it? Acceleration, cornering, braking, all of that stuff. So at the moment, I'm just trying to get used to it. I'm kind of riding this bike like I would do in the wet, just taking everything a little bit more cautiously, just to make sure we don't have any kind of mishaps. So nice little 30-mile-an-hour road now, just to test it out. I'm now going to take it on a national speed limit road. I'm not going to film that, guys, because you probably won't hear anything. And then I'll pull over somewhere nice, hopefully picturesque, and I will tell you if anything's moved, and I will show you how I've attached it all to the bike. See you in a few minutes.
Okay folks, and finally here we have it, almost a week later, the final I set up on the Himalayan 411. So as you can see, tank back there, pride of place, got all my camera equipment in there. Looks pretty smart. My Lomo panniers on there, and as you can see now, I've fettled with it enough so there's enough of a gap between the bottom of the pannier and the exhaust. So these are just strapped on around each side of the pannier here, up the top again, and the same the other side. And there's actually a linking strap, which is what I fettled with to get them to fit, going across the middle, so I can connect the two panniers from side to side. They go over the top of my tent and under the ride iron bag, which looks just as cool on the bike as it does off. And then got the other pannier on the other side. Now, I cannot begin to explain, folks, what a nightmare it's been to try and get this bike ready for this trip tomorrow. At one point, I really did think I was going to have to forget about the Himalayan and take the Bear instead. It wouldn't have been the worst thing in the world. The Bear's a great bike, but this is the bike that I always wanted to do that trip on, and I'm super, super excited. And what a bonus. What a gorgeous morning. If things hadn't have gone wrong, I never would have got up this early and come out to film this video. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're excited for the rest of the series. I cannot wait to get on the road tomorrow and bring the videos to you. So as always, thank you all so very much for watching. Take care, ride safe. Until the next time, goodbye.